The people that brought you Hell City. Now a new force in metal has arisen. MORDKAUL. Hi, welcome to Pictures, Noise and Words. I'm Hedgy, and this is MORDKAUL. So what's with the weird intro? I did a video middle of December, so literally about a month ago, maybe just a little bit more, by a band called Hell City, and I really liked it. It was a really melodic, enjoyable song, you know? I mean, go back and check it out. It's about December the 18th or something. I'm sure it's not exactly hard to find a band called Hell City on my channel. So, so I got a comment from the band, and I'm doing the air quotes thing, because I got a comment from a band called MORDKAUL, who said, yeah, Hell City's not actually a band anymore. They split up a year ago. So yeah, I've got my finger on the pulse. And the drummer and guitar player who did the harsh vocals on the Hell City song, I've got a new band. So this is from the ashes of Hell City, MORDKAUL has arisen. Should have done that in my movie voice, shouldn't I? From the ashes of Hell City, a new band has arisen. I should probably not do that anymore. It doesn't really suit my English voice, does it? That's the problem. Anyway, so from Belgium, obviously, same as Hell City. It's not like they changed countries or something. But I kind of felt a bit bad about the fact that not that I'd done their song, but that I didn't realise that the band was no longer a band, that I'd missed the boat by a good year. So so to make up for it, here we are with their new band, MORDKAUL. This is a song called Dress Code Blood, which is then also the name of the album. So title track time. I haven't heard it. It's not super long. It's only like 3.5 minutes long. So I haven't actually heard it yet. But I really like the Hell City one. So let's go on a voyage of discovery. You will also notice, well, maybe you won't notice, but I'm going to point it out, is that for years I've been doing this, and you only see me trying to click on something that you can't see, and I mess it up all of the time. So after doing this for, you know, a few years now, I've finally bound the thing that I try to click on to a key. I mean, it's really easy. The software lets me do it all the time. And I knew it did. I just never got around to doing it. So now I can literally switch on and off my Pictures, Noise and Words at the click of a button. But because I'm too stupid, I never got around to doing it. So that's not important right now. This is... We'll get there. We'll get there. This is Dress Code Blood by MORDKAUL. Oh, and I broke it. Look at that. That's what happens when you think you're clever. Let me try that again, you donkey. Yay! Get rid of that.
By fear and rage, the unfold, pray for oblivion, take hold. No one can save you. Hero nor god, we're here to enslave you. We come and dress your blood.
Oh God, that was great. That, you know what? I've got to say it. I have to say it. I don't know whether the band will like this or not, but I think I've just found a replacement for At the Gates. I can't believe this. This is literally like the second time in a week that I'm saying this. I used to be a big At the Gates fan back in the day. And then modern At the Gates came, and it just wasn't the same for me, and I don't know why. Well, I kind of do, and I think it was the singer's voice was quite monotone on up-to-date At the Gates. Anyone who's into At the Gates hopefully will know what I'm talking about. Musically great, but as soon as his voice came in, it's the same right across the album, and I just didn't like it. This is what At the Gates used to be for me. And as it happens, in the comment that they left for me, they said, you know, Hell City split up over a year ago. Guitar player and drummer from Hell City now have a new band, which is this one. And he said the debut album was recorded with Adrian Erlandson, who was with At the Gates. So clearly there's an influence there. And I'm just going to pause this for a second while I check something. Okay, I'm back. I just paused it for a second, my recording. Adrian Erlandson, he's still with At the Gates. And when I said it, I thought, hang on, is he still with At the Gates? And yes, he is. He's still with At the Gates. So, so you can literally hear. I'm not saying he influenced this, but you can literally hear what their influences are, because that's got At the Gates written all over it. And I don't mean this to say, please, MORDKAUL, don't take this in the wrong way, as if I'm saying, oh, you're just copying At the Gates, which is not what I'm saying at all. This is so good. This is so sharp. It's just, I was smiling because literally within about 20 seconds of it or something, I was thinking, this is going in the book. And MORDKAUL, I'm sure you're not all over this channel, but basically if it goes in the book, that basically means I have to now go and buy your album. That's how it works. There you go. It's in the book. In a way, it's going to take me back to the, I don't know, the early 2000s or something. It's going to take me back, but also it's bang up to date. That production was just sharp, wasn't it? It was big and sharp, clear as a bell. I think we've all played gigs like that. Any musicians out there? We've all played gigs like that. There's one person in the audience, you know, da da da. Thank you. I know that was not the intent of the video. That's just what it made me think of. Yep, we've all played those. One man and his dog, and the dog leaves halfway through. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. His vocal is fantastic. I know that obviously harsh vocals are not to everyone's taste, but he's got what At the Gates have lost, and that is a listenable, harsh vocal singer. At the Gates have lost that, in my humble opinion. Whereas this guy, he sounds so. He sounds so up for it, you know. He sounds like he really wants to be there. He sounds like he really wants to do it, and it's just. I'm so happy that A, it was really good, but B, it's given me something that I'd lost, which is this exactly this kind of music. Obviously this is one song, but it's the title track of the album, so you have to assume that the album follows along in this kind of mood and genre. So there you go, MORDKAUL. I'm sorry, I can't even speak now, I'm so excited. So yeah, MORDKAUL. This year is going really well so far. Album Dress Code Blood, that was the song Dress Code Blood. There's a link to it below. Go and have a look, go and buy their album from Bandcamp. And you really should buy people's albums. I'm tempted to do a podcast on this about the difference between buying someone's album and getting it on Spotify or any other kind of streaming service, what it means to the band. I'm really tempted to do a 45-minute rant about what it means to a band if you go to Bandcamp and buy this compared to streaming it. Even if you stream it to death on Spotify, it's not as good for the band as you just going and buying their album off Bandcamp for the price of a McDonald's or something, you know. So if that's up your street, well, get it, because if we don't buy these things, these bands can't afford to make any more, and we need them to. I loved that. You probably noticed. Thanks very much, MORDKAUL, for sending me the link and for some comments and bringing me up to date on what's happened with the band. But you've got to... I hope as a band you're really pleased with this, because that sounds so good. Just everything about it, the pace and the sound of it, it's got the excitement. Paz usually sits here. If you're not familiar with the channel, whoever's watching this, there's usually somebody else here, but you know, pandemic. We have something now called the 125 Club, where sometimes you listen to a song and you think, it's just not got any excitement in it. So you get YouTube to play it at 125%, you know, speed. So you kind of speed it up by a quarter. And sometimes that literally brings songs to life. This does not need that at all. This has got it all. It's literally bursting with life. Wow. It's great. I'm buying it. You should too. The end. Anyway, let me know what you think, and I'll see you soon. Bye.